Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the LIRA, the locked-in retirement account, how it's a little bit different from the RRSp, and how it fits into your retirement plan. Let's go behind the vault. Hey everyone, Angelo behindthevault.net. So today we're going to talk about the LIRA. It's a special type of RRSp account that has a few slight differences. We've come across this many times, and questions I get are, well, how does this work and fit into my retirement plan? So let's break this down. A LIRA is a lot like an RRSp account. The RRSp is a tax deferral tool that's typically used for retirement savings, where you can take some income in 1 year, not pay the tax on it yet, grow that money, and then when you pull it out, that's when you get taxed on it. And hopefully when you do it, it's at a lower tax bracket. Well, the LIRA works very similar to that, but it's the source of where the assets come from. Typically, a LIRA will come from an employer pension plan. So when you leave a company and you go somewhere else to work, or maybe you haven't retired, or maybe you do retire, a lot of companies will say, hey, you know that pension plan we had for you? Yeah, you got to take that with you. So that's what happens is a typical, say, defined contribution plan. And there are two types. There's the type where you contribute and your employer matches, and there's a type where the employer just contributes for you. When it comes to a LIRA, the way that money is figured out is that anytime you leave a company, any money that an employer has put into that retirement account on your behalf, that goes to a LIRA. Any money that you've put in on your behalf goes into an RRSp. The small differences between the RRSp and the LIRA are this. When you convert them, and you convert them in separate accounts, the RRSp gets converted into a RIF, and the LIRA gets converted into a LIF. Now, both accounts, the LIF and the RIF, have minimums that you have to withdraw each year. As you get older, those minimums increase. Now, one of the differences between the LIF and the RIF is that with a LIF, there are maximums. There's a cap. Let's use an example. If I had $300,000 in an RRSp and I converted that to a RIF, if I wanted to take all that money out and I'm willing to pay the tax on the full $300,000 of income, government says, rock and roll, go for it, do what you want. But on the LIF side, if I want to take all that money out, I can't because I'm stuck at that maximum. So I can only take out what the government outline allows me to in any given year. Now, there are some exceptions. If you've got financial hardship, the government will consider an application to unlock the LIF so that you can have access to all that money. Usually it's for, if you need first or last month's rent or a deposit for damages and you just don't have the money. If you're going to be foreclosed on your home and you need a mortgage payment, you can apply to access the money in your LIF. If you have to reno your home to account for a disability. So if you need certain things in your house to help you get around or help you deal with that disability, or if there's any other illness or disability that you have and you have healthcare expenses around that, those are typically the 4 reasons why they would allow you to unlock that LIF. But if it was to buy a new set of golf clubs or, go on a trip, they're going to say no. The spirit of that money that was given to you was for retirement income. So the government wants to see you using that account over the lifetime of your retirement, not just taking it all out and buying a cottage and buying a boat. So to summarize, the LIRA and the RRSp work the same from a tax perspective. Both are taxed dollar for dollar as if it were income. The difference between the two is RRSp is money that you contribute and LIRA is money that your employer has contributed through either a defined contribution or a defined benefit plan. All right, hopefully that answers the question on how a LIRA is a little bit different from an RRSp. If you've got a LIRA and you're not really sure how it fits in your financial plan, hey, comment below. We'll be happy to help you. Smash that like button on the way, subscribe right here, and here's our next video.